pupils, and welcome to the channel Tanya's Polyglot. In today's lesson, we are going to learn mixed conditionals. If you want to know them and if you accept this challenge of grammar, please stay.
Welcome to Language Adventure with Tanya. Imagine exploring the world through its languages. Picture yourself strolling past the Eiffel Tower, diving into the rich history of Germany, or savoring the vibrant culture of Spain. Each language opens a door to new experiences, friendships, and understanding. Whether you're mastering English, dancing to Korean rhythms, or savoring French cuisine, every word you learn is a step on this exciting journey. Let's embark on this adventure together and unlock the beauty of communication across the globe.
You must be wondering, but what are conditionals? And the answer is simple. Conditionals, these are sentences that help us to talk about possibilities, facts, hypothetical situations, and what could have happened in the past. There are four main types of conditionals. We have the zero conditional for facts and general truths. Then we have the first conditional for real or possible future situations. Then we have the second conditional for hypothetical or unreal scenarios. Then we have the third conditional for imagining past events that didn't happen. Each type has its own structure and use, and by the end of this lesson, you'll know how to use them like a pro. So we have here mixed conditionals. Mixed conditionals are used when we want to combine two different times, past and present, or present and past. To express a more complex idea, there are two main types, past to present or present to past. It's like to make a mix of them, right? But don't worry, we will see them in deep today. So, for example, we have the zero conditional. Do you remember the structure? And if you don't, I recommend you to watch my mini series of every conditional that I made in this YouTube channel. But let's begin with the zero conditional to make you a refresh, right? We will use if plus the present simple and the present simple. For example, if people don't eat, they get hungry. Then we have the first conditional. We have if plus the present simple, will plus the base form of the verb, or the verb in its base form, right? For example, if it rains tomorrow, you see present simple, we will stay at home. In the future, right? Then we have the second conditional. The structure of the second conditional is if plus the past participle plus the comma plus will plus the verb in the space form or base verb, right? For example, if I were rich, I would travel the world. Then we have the third conditional. We have if plus the past perfect plus the comma plus will plus the past participle of the verb or the verb in past participle. And for example, we have if they had left earlier, they will have got the train. But let's see more of this in detail. For example, here we have the type zero conditional and if clause, if plus the present simple and the main clause present simple. And the use is general truths or scientific facts. Then we have the first conditional if plus the present simple and the main clause is will plus the base form of the verb. And they use real or possible future situations. Then we have the second conditional, if plus the past participle, and the main clause will plus the base form of the verb or the verb in its base form. And they use unreal or hypothetical present future. Then we have the third conditional and the if clause, if plus the past perfect. And the main clause we have will have plus the past participle, and they use hypothetical past situations. So guys, keep in mind if you can take a screenshot of this table because it is really well explained. They use the main clause, the if clause, and the type of conditional of what we are talking about. But let's see more examples of each one. So we have here some examples with zero conditional. If you heat water, it boils. If it rains, the grass gets wet. Then we have here the first conditional. If it rains tomorrow, we will stay at home. If she calls me, I will answer immediately. Then we have here second conditional. If she knew his number, she would call him. If we had a car, we will drive to the beach. And finally, we have the third conditional. If I had studied more, I would have passed the test. If she had told me, I would have helped her. Do you remember that yesterday we saw this class? And if you don't, I recommend you to watch my video. You will find it in this YouTube channel. So now, guys, let's see more examples. Without making like this is the first, the second, the third, because at this time we can say that you can be able to identify, for example, what is in zero, first, second, and third conditional. So let's see some examples. If I had studied harder, I will be a doctor now. If I exercise regularly, I stay healthy. If I were taller, I would have played basketball in high school. If they were kinder, they would have invited us to the party. So now, guys, I decided to picture that once again, but in this case, we have four sentences that represents the four conditionals. So let's see what this girl is thinking. If I don't drink coffee in the morning, I feel tired all day. She is thinking that. If I save enough money, I will buy that dress I love. If I had a car, I would drive to the beach every weekend. If I had studied harder, I would have gotten into my dream university. I hope that you understood a little bit better and that you identified in these examples which is the first, second, zero, and third conditional. So now, guys, after all that explanation that I gave you and all that knowledge that now you have about conditionals, let's make an activity time. Don't be afraid, guys. I'm right next to you. And let's make this together. Conditional completion exercise. Complete the following sentences with the correct form of the verbs. In parentheses, each sentence represents one of the four conditionals. Ooh, be careful, guys. If she not eat breakfast, she get hungry before lunch. If she study hard, she pass her driving test next week. If she be more confident, she apply for the job. If they invite me, I go to their wedding. So, write down below in the comments your answers and keep in mind, I don't know what is which one, but at these ages you are able to identify what is zero, one, two, or third conditional. So, I trust on your knowledge, guys, and I'll be writing those comments with those possible answers. So, guys, this is a bonus tip that I'm giving you. The common mistakes in using conditionals. Be careful, avoid or try do not these mistakes. Mistakes mean sentences incorrectly. If you hit water, it will boil. Incorrect. for a general truth. The correct form to say it is if you heat water, it boils. Mistake 1. Using the wrong tense in the if clause. If she will study, she will pass. The correct form to say it is if she studies, she will pass. Then we have here mistake 2, forgetting to use will in the result clause. If it rains, we go to the mall. If it rains, we will go to the mall. Is the correct form to say it. Um, then we have mistakes using was instead of were for hypothetical situations. Do you remember that in one of my explanations I said that it doesn't matter the subject, we will use were. Even if it's he, she, or it, we will use were because I'm talking about conditionals. For example, if I was rich, I will buy a yacht. And the correct form to say it is if I were rich, I will buy a yacht. Do you see the difference? Was and were. What word, guys, can make the differences between the sentences? And maybe the whole sentence could be grammatically correct, but if you make one mistake, maybe your teacher will take it as wrong. So be careful with that, especially in your test. But thank you guys. Don't forget to give a like and hit that bell button and subscribe. And if you have friends or classmates or family who wants to improve or learn English, please send this video and ask them to subscribe too. Thank you.